the mid-jungle duo that we've been wanting to step up all year long. They've got a combo that can work. Can they finally bring it to the stage?
I'm really uncertain about Suning's draft. They have no priority anywhere on the map. It's, you get a bit from Renekton, but that's about it. Just waiting for the cheers to go through here.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw an RNG sign there, which I have to say, I'm not... RNG aren't playing today, just in case anyone was confused there, but I appreciate the fan enthusiasm. Let's talk lane priority, though, because you're absolutely right. There's not a whole lot of priority to work with for SOFM. He's got an Ignite Smite on the Hecarim. This feels a little disrespectful from Suning across the board, I'm not going to lie. With this draft, SOFM, not even, like... He doesn't have any priority to work with. Like, what do you do as SOFM here? How does he play this out with this situation?
I think you have to be a ward bot and just hope for the best. There's massive kill potential from Icon plus Tarzan. There's a lot of hard crowd control coming into that combination, and Kassadin doesn't have a say. So if this game goes out based on the picks, we should be seeing SOFM losing a lot of his Raptors and a lot of his Merfolks. That should be what is expected of the matchup, and Suning have to hold out. Like, this top lane and this bot lane, all of them are here just to hold out, just to make sure that their jungle doesn't get invaded too hard on.
You've just made me realize something. The wolves are called Merc Wolves, and boots are called Merc Treads. Does that mean the boots are made from wolves?
I hope not.
It's not. It's the Mercury Treads. But it sounds similar, so we can make the joke. Yeah, we'll have to see what on earth the plan is for Suning here. But I'm keeping my eyes on Tarzan. We talked about the jungle matchup coming into this year. Oh, the engage from Iwandi. That was clean. It's not a one fight. It doesn't matter too much. But hey, it was a nice little double knock-up right there. But yeah, I'm looking at Tarzan because I feel like on this Volibear, you can really influence lanes. Kind of similar vibe to what you get from the Udyr, right? Where you can just charge into a lane, get the stun off, and really impact the early game.
And as I say that, Icon actually gets taken very low by Angel here. It's still not going to be an easy lane for him to play through, but I'm a little bit surprised by how much Angel is able to hold his own here. And he actually forces Tarzan to come through the lane just to keep his mid laner alive. That's rather peculiar.
Tarzan's pathing has been not quite as good as SOFM across the course of this series, but let's be honest, SOFM is known for his creative pathing, right? That's one of the things that he built a reputation for, especially last year at the World Championship, was his creative jungling. On taking a huge amount of damage here. Iwandi doing a good job to punish in this bot side every time On steps up, but that's the thing about Tahm Kench. You can take a lot of damage. You have a lot of sustain in that kit to be able to take these trades and still just sit it out in this bot lane.
Yeah, Suning's solo lanes are really outperforming by any metric you look at it. As I say that, Angel coasts really, really low, down below 200 HP, but he still has a teleport, so it's completely fine here. The bot lane is going as we expected. Alistar was sort of the counterpick to Tahm Kench. You can get the double knockup before the Devour comes through, so you can make the damage stick onto the AD carry. We do expect this lane to get a little bit better for Wanfeng as he moves into level 5. And it looks like this is going to be hyper carry Varus, so not the poke variation that I thought we were going to see. I thought this was going to be poke into just playing really safe, but he still wants to match his power spike with Angel into the late game. And in the meanwhile, Bin has just been winning out on the matchup massively. This is mainly due to jungle pathing. We did see Hecarim come from bot to top, so Nakia had to play super respectful about SOFN's potential pressure.
Oh. Look at this from Iwandi, though. Really, really early roam up towards the top side. They want to shut Bin down. Tarzan is here. Iwandi is as well. Bin needs to be cautious. Hasn't used the slice and dice, but if they find the engage, he will have no support from Angel, no support from SOFM. They're all on the wrong side of the map right now. Bin, I think, will be all right, and Iwandi just has to channel the recall. Looks for a way in. Bin knows something's up. He sniffs this one out, and we'll back away.
Yeah, we could see the question mark pains on Suning into the bottom lane. They know the support is roaming, and Bin actually entices the gank to come in once more. Angel sitting very comfortably right now. We do typically see the Everfrost being the first item from Caston. It allows him to pick off targets very easily, gives him a lot of HP early on as well, and this is just really clean play coming in from Suning. They wait until Iwandi finally shows himself on the map before making sure that Bin gets the recall.
Yeah, really nice stuff coming out here from Suning. Bin gonna TP back in, get the control ward dealt with as well. So he can rejoin this top lane. Already has a 10 CS advantage. And now, off the back of that recall, having the Ninja Tabbies, he's going to be able to do a lot of work up on the top side. And it's going to only become a little bit more difficult for Mikuya in that matchup. Because Renekton, I mean, let's be honest, this is the part in the matchup where he's really going to be at his strongest point, right? Renekton in the early game is an absolute terror. I do want to talk about the mid lane a little bit, though, because you're mentioning Angel and how impressed you are by his performance. One thing that I noticed was recently Angel, when it comes to the Korean ladder, has been absolutely smurfing. He's in 42nd place in the Korean solo queue ladder right now with 50.
Oh, onslaught of Shadow going back.
Goes in here, 1v2. Icon, I don't know if that was really a correct play to go for, mate. Just gets taken down. I don't know. He started that fight.
Yeah, I think he didn't consider the fact that SOFM was bringing in Ignite, and he thought that the Kingslayer could keep him through the trade. And then he's like, oh, wait a minute. How is there an Ignite on me?
Maybe that's why SOFM's going for the Ignite, actually, now you mention it. Intelligent stuff here from Suning, and unfortunately, Icon gets taken out. A good attempt, though, on the 2v1. He actually nearly pulled it off, but nearly's not quite good enough. SOFM's here on the bottom side, and LNG weren't ready for that. Iwandi over the wall, just flashed to safety, but SOFM happy to charge down light here, stacking up for the stun here from On. Can they finish any of these kills? SOFM rampaging through. It's a kill for On as well. And suddenly, out of nowhere, it's 3-0 to Suning.
That was beautifully played. LNG throw everything and the kitchen sink onto Wanfeng. He has the heal. He has the Devourer. They juggle the aggro perfectly. And SOFM is a level ahead. He doesn't have his ultimate in that fight, but he has the correct target assumptions. Let's watch this play again. It was LNG just starting everything onto Wanfeng. Iwandi goes in a little bit too deep. Light isn't level 6, so nil killer instincts to actually follow up on this. And SOFM makes sure that Tarzan has no follow-up after the Sky Splitter. You usually want to use the Sky Splitter slow and then get the stun onto it. SOFM makes sure that doesn't happen. He hangs around, and that's 2 unanswered kills over to Suning when they're drafting this late game comp.
And that's a bit of a diffy in the jiffy that we're witnessing on the scoreboard right there. 6 CS lead, but 2 kills and an assist as well. Already has his boots and a ruby crystal. When he eventually resets as well, he's going to be absolutely massive coming back onto the map. Herald is available now, and you have to start to think that maybe Suning, despite having a Cassidy in the mid lane, could actually be the ones that have the advantage on these neutrals.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way for now. Top lane is at a 23 CS lead. That's absolutely massive for the matchup, and it usually doesn't go this poorly for Aatrox. There wasn't even a gank into the top lane, just implied pressure. So I think Bin is just on a 1 versus 1 basis, like out mechanically playing Mikuya for this lead into the top side. Really, Suning have their pick up the litter, whether they want to go on the Herald or if they want to just go start the Drake. So as Suning are spotted here, and Tarzan can hopefully make a play happen.
On's going to be able to pull Honfeng in. Everything is used before Honfeng gets out of the belly. I'm not sure why you're trying to flash away from that one. I'm pretty sure that was a guaranteed death. But you know what? Honfeng gets out. I think Suning are going to count that as a win because SOFM will be able to get this Herald. He can even push it topside if he wants, or go mid and give all of that juicy plate gold to a Cassidy.
That was pretty funny. When failure to launch actually ends up being a benefit for you. Wanfeng stays inside the warm basement of On's stomach and is able to dodge out on the Stormbringer. Get out completely free. That was pretty fun to watch. Icon now the target.
Oh my goodness. Icon getting absolutely run down. Giddy up SOFM. Just charges him down in the mid lane, and now they can drop the Herald if they want, but I think SOFM would rather have the enhanced recall. Bin has flash. He's going to go for it. Jumps in for the solo kill. Oh, it's brutal. As Suning, they've got this ridiculous draft, and they're still just styling on LNG.
LNG get 1 flash and 1 kill onto the bottom side. In the meantime, Suning run away with everything. That was really depressing to watch, as there was really no counter that Icon could have done right there. Silas is just a champion that doesn't really have that much escape. He's great at going forward, not really great at going backwards. And yeah, I think right now SOFM is actually just too fed. He has the Iceborne Frostpower Gauntlet right now. Doesn't even need the Turbo Chem Tank to get on his targets anymore.
Oh, there's a TP as well. Here comes Angel. They're going to start to give some kills over to the Kassadin. Light knocked back into the fray, and there's one for Angel already. Descended from the heavens just to smash LNG into the dirt. Double kill for Angel as Icon comes in, but he knows there's nothing he can do. I think he's just given up, because that's a Quadra on the Kassadin. Clement, we're 11 minutes in, and this already feels over.
I don't think I've seen a Kassadin this fed in the LPL at 11 minutes into the game. That was a perfect move coming out from Suning. They know that the solo laners don't have any TPs. There's full mid-jungle priority coming in from Suning, and they do the classical mouse ward drop onto the back. Popularized by EDG, this is a play that we've seen in the LPL so many times. You think it's a 3v2. Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
Clement,
just dirty.
LNG just can't get a win. They can't get anything. Nothing is going their way. It's brutal. It's so brutal. I feel like I don't know.
He even has time to flash
This just feels unfair.
That's... Oh.
And the thing is, here's the thing, Clement. Here's what makes it real bad, is that Suning have come into this one with a draft that's not even that viable. It's not even that serious of a draft. They're just playing comfort picks and silliness, and they're still just absolutely decimating LNG. This feels like a victory of mental warfare more than anything.
Yeah, mid lane winning out, bot lane very easy drop here. Tarzan doesn't really do anything, and that's kind of the problem with Volibear. It is a champion that does have a pretty significant drop off there, and I really like what SOFM did. He tried to prevent scumbag Huanfeng from stealing the kill with piercing arrow. That. He's like, no. Kassadin is the win condition, okay, Huanfeng?
Yeah.
You can have your win condition on another day. This is an Angel draft.
Exactly. You already had your Jinx game. Let's give this one to Angel. Just body checks Icon so that Angel can finish the kill. You love to see it. And I have to say, SOFM going Ignite Hecarim here. And then also going Frostfire instead of Turbo Chem Tank as well. This guy doesn't care about your meta. This guy doesn't care about what you think's good in League of Legends. He lives his own life and he plays his own style, and I love every second of it.
The reason he's doing this is he understands that he can take the punishment. He can walk in really slowly without the element of surprise, and LNG can't do anything to him. He's 3 levels above Tarzan at this point. That's absolutely insane in terms of stats. So he really just doesn't care.
Oh no.
Ignite.
Light is living in darkness this game. There's just nothing. Everything's... Honestly, it feels like there's nothing in the tank for LNG. It feels like... I don't know. It feels like they've given up, to be brutally honest. There's another plate going down mid lane here as Icon looks for a way in. Where did he go? Where did he go? That's not allowed, Huanfeng. Gets eaten up by On, flashes out to safety. SOFM in over the wall, the fear across them. Tarzan trying to get a kill for himself. Desperately trying to find anything for LNG, but it's just not there. iWandy comes in. Can they finish? Huanfeng, one more auto and do the trick. He can't do it. LNG get nothing.
Oh, LNG just mechanical outplays again and again coming out from Suning. Icon went in with the fake chains of corruption, and then Huanfeng showed him the real one. He gets stunned in the middle of his abscond abduct, doesn't get the E to land, and just dies in his tracks. Then LNG, out of frustration, tried to go for Huanfeng, and the boy by the sea is able to walk back into the ocean completely unharmed.
The merman himself, if you will. Mid tower goes down. That's going to be all 3 outers taken at this point with a tier 2 in the pop to boot. Everyone has a bounty aside from On, but he's Spartan 117 on the scoreboard, so he don't mind too much. Let's take another look, because it was the burst damage out of Huanfeng with the WQ combo that was just insane here.
Yeah, so what I do want to point out here is when you land the Chains of Corruption, you do get full Blight stacks, and that's why he was able to burst out Icon so heavily right there. And afterwards, this play, you have Ignite ticking on Wanfang, you have Tarzan sitting on in, but watch the footwork. That was pixel perfect, actually. Wanfang dodges out of the Sky Splitter and then walks backwards to avoid Iwandi going up onto him. He gets out of that one extra auto attack that would have cost him his life, and he rubs the salt deep into LNG's wounds.
And the thing is, you've all seen the clips of Volibear junglers that are building tank, ulting onto an AD carry and just one-shotting them. I think Whippo is the biggest example, right? But the thing about those clips that's different to this one is that usually the AD carry isn't a level ahead of the enemy jungler. Tarzan is so far behind, he does not exist in this game of League of Legends. Now, second Herald of the game goes down in the mid lane. This will be a tower for Suning. Can they find a fight as well? Bins in on the back line. Angel's ready to try and sweep some kills up, but it's just going to be the tower for now. Mikuya forced away on the top side of the fight. Second charge coming on through here. Can Suning brute force this one? They're looking for the fight for themselves. The tower goes down, and immediately 2 kills are taken. The fight is over before it ever even began. We're looking for another clean ace, the 19th, it seems, of the series. And Suning just eradicate LNG.
Angel's going back for the teleport. They're actually going to finish this one up pre-20 minutes. If this goes through, it's actually the fastest game of the LPL this split. Not even at the 17-minute mark. There's a lot of players respawning, but you can tell Suning want it done right now. They've got dinner plans.
Suning say, who cares if Kassadin is a late game carry? We ain't got time for this one. 17 minutes on the clock as they cut down Tarzan once again, and they cut down LNG's dreams of a playoff run. Through the gauntlet they will go as they find yet more kills, and the Lions can roar. They clean up their game from the regular season, and they annihilate LNG 3-0.
That was one of the quickest series that we have ever witnessed on the Rift. I didn't expect this out of 2 very slow teams. We thought this was going to be a battle about glaciers colliding, but Suning show us completely different. They say, we know what the weaknesses of LNG are. We have seen the extent of their draft prowess, and we're going to counter with a bit of spice on ourselves. They go for pure lane dominance on off picks you don't really expect it. Renekton, sure, they should get a little bit of a lead over Aatrox, but not a 20 CS wallop. And Kassadin, there's no way that he should have been that far ahead of the Sylas. That was kind of ridiculous coming into the matchup, especially when you consider the fact that there's also a Volibear with hard crowd control on that lane. So I feel like Icon kind of mismanaged his lane, pushing it a little bit too early, got out-traded, and we also see just SOFM, he has to be the MVP this time around. He was so on point with all of the ganks, just making sure that Sylas never got going and taking over Tarzan. You never want to challenge Vietnamese jungler in their own terrain buff.
Yeah, that was unbelievable right there. And the smite and ignite might as well get himself a pentakill skin if he can ever win worlds, because that was a brutal performance against Tarzan. We talked about the junglers as their head-to-head coming into this series, and it felt like the first game it was pretty even, but the longer this series went on, I don't know, it felt like LNG were emotionally broken by that last game. It felt over before it began.
It really did, and I think it just goes to it's just to show that how far Suning are ahead in terms of their player caliber. I think that coming into this series, that was